What is going on with you guys? I'm smiling right now because I'm happy because we're going to look into the top 10 richest temples of India. I know there's some real riches in here, like the one with the serpent doors where there's like an estimated of like billions upon billions of dollars. Some are even saying trillions because it's like it was worshipped as a god temple or something. Like there's just insane stuff in this list and I want to check it out. I'm actually very pumped to watch this. So please go ahead and leave a like on this video and share it with all your friends on all social media because that's what YouTube wants nowadays for some reason. Like the more shared it gets, it performs better. I don't fucking know. It's basically you giving me a favor, I guess. If you become a better person from doing so. Like you're giving me a favor for free and I definitely appreciate that. Also leave a comment stating what you think about this because that's something that I'm actually quite interested in reading. Like what you think about this, if it's fake, if it's real, if there's like actual riches in there, if it's just made up. I want to know. I hope you do as well. So let's jump right into this. Top 10 richest temples of India. So let's jump right into this.
10 richest temples of India.
Cool.
Number 10. Kashi Vishwanath Temple, Varanasi.
Okay.
One of the oldest and richest temples of Lord Shiva in India, Kashi Vishwanath Temple still stands in glory despite being looted and demolished several times in past. With a documented history of over 3,500 years, Varanasi is also the oldest living city in the world. It is estimated that around over 3 million domestic and 200,000 foreign tourists visit this temple annually. Number 9.
That's awesome.
Somnath Temple, Gujarat.
One of the oldest
believed that the moon god,
temples.
Chandra, created a temple of gold, in honor of Lord Shiva here. Presently built on the Chalukya style of architecture, the temple has been destroyed and reconstructed several times by both Islamic and Hindu emperors. The results of a recently conducted survey revealed that the temple has accumulated a wealth of around 17,000 million rupees. Number 8. The Golden Temple, Amritsar.
The Golden Temple.
Officially known as the Harmandir Sahib.
Oh, I want to talk about this before. This temple actually gives out meals for the homeless and the poor people, if I'm not mistaken. I remember that was in another fact video that absolutely blew my mind. It's just beautiful. There's like water around it and stuff.
From over 40,000 people every day. Apart from its splendid exteriors, even the ceiling of this temple has been designed with gold. Despite the fact that the total temple assets remains unknown, experts claim that the Golden Temple is one of the wealthiest temple in India.
Yeah, it must
Number
be.
7.
If it's made out of
Vaishno
gold.
Devi,
Not
Jammu and Kashmir.
purely, I guess, but I'm guessing some
one of
parts
the oldest
of it
and richest temples in India, the shrine of Mata Vaishno Devi is visited by millions of devotees from across the world. Center of deep-rooted religious beliefs of the Hindus, the temple has an annual income of around 5,000 million. Every year around 8 million pilgrims visit this temple and it is claimed to be the second most visited temple after Venkateswara Temple. Number 6. Jagannath Temple, Puri. Host of popular annual Rath Yatra, the temple has been robbed 18 times in the past.
The colors
the temple
are so
receives
beautiful.
donation of around rupees 15,000 to 20,000 with 6 times more donations in festive season. More than 30,000 devotees throng the shrine every day, and around 70,000 per day in festive season. In 2011, officials stumbled upon 522 old silver slabs weighing about 18 tons, worth rupees 900 million. Number 5.
Wow.
Meenakshi Amman Temple, Madurai. The richest temple in Tamil Nadu attracts 15,000 visitors each day.
Yeah,
apart from
15,000 a
devotees,
day, I guess.
thousands of tourists also visit this famous shrine to feast their eyes upon this splendid ancient Indian architecture, housing estimated 33,000 sculptures. The temple earns revenue of around 60 million every year. Meenakshi Amman Temple was also among the 30 nominees for the new 7 Wonders of the World.
Yeah,
Number 4.
It should have been in there,
City
what the
Vinayak,
hell?
Mumbai.
Did you see how many,
One of the most famous landmarks of the coastal city of Mumbai, City
statues
Vinayak
were on
witnesses around 25,000 to 200,000 worshippers visiting the place each day. The temple provides their devotees options of entering the shrine faster through special paid queues, which also helps in the increase in the temple's income. According to a survey conducted in 2010-11, The temple earned approximately 490 million rupees in just a single year, of which 450 million were garnered through donations alone.
Where did other
Number 3,
rupees
Sai
come
Baba
from?
Temple,
Like
Shirdi.
40 million rupees. Did they come
Indians, irrespective of the region they belong to, have a strong belief in the miracles of Sai Baba. And perhaps that is the reason why people have donated so much to this temple that it has turned out to be the third richest temple in the country. Visited by the people of all religions, this divine travel destination possesses gold and silver jewelry worth approximately rupees 320 million. The annual donation received by the temple reaches up to an amount of around 3,600 million.
Wow.
Number 2, Tirumala Tirupati Venkateswara Temple, Tirumala. Maybe till last decade, Tirupati Temple was believed to be the richest temple in the country. But after the reports disclosing the unbelievable amount of assets possessed by our number 1, Tirupati has gone down to the second position.
Most visited place of worship in the whole world. That's some respectable facts right there. Holy
In terms of
fucking
possessing
shit.
wealth. Every day around 60,000 devotees throng at the temple. Each year the temple treasury brings in over $6 million by selling the shaved hairs of devotees at public auction. The temple makes 150,000 ladus each day that garners over 11 million rupees revenue annually. Number 1.
Wow, that's more.
Padmanabhaswamy Temple, Kerala. The temple got credited with the title of the richest Hindu temple in the world, after its secret chambers were ordered open by Supreme Court of India.
What
the amount of wealth found inside astounded the entire world. The treasure that was reported to be found includes antique gold ornaments, golden crowns, golden bow, sack full of diamonds and thousands of antique jewelry
$22 billion
studded with diamonds and emeralds. Moreover, if taken into account the antique and cultural significance of the object, the asset will be 10 times the current market price. Not to mention, one of the vaults named Vault B remains closed till date.
The Vault B, where if you enter, you die. That's fucking awesome. I love these temples. Here's another one. Kailasa Temple. This one doesn't have anything to do with riches, but I know this temple. It's a mystery in its own way, because it's built like upward, downward. They basically dug it out with like rocks and chisel. And there's basically no explanation as to how they managed to do that back in the days, because like it blows my mind if you think about it. Like they stand on this big rock. And they're like, I want to create a temple here. Right where we're standing, 20 meters down, there should be a temple. Right? It just blows my mind. I want to see some scenery from this.
This is the world famous Kailasa Temple at Ellora, and let's look objectively into who could have built this amazing structure.
Yeah, it's interesting.
By the end of this video, I hope you will agree with me that our history is completely wrong, and that this temple was built by a very advanced civilization.
How? How do they build it like upwards down? Do they first make like a square around it and then they go into the middle where they finish, or do they just completely go from up to down? Because it's so hard to make good measurements. They have no idea how far down the rock goes. Maybe it's like halfway down the rock ends and they haven't even built the temple yet. Like, those are kind of factors you have to think about, and it just blows my mind that they managed to pull this off either way.
What's so special about this temple? This temple was not constructed by adding stone blocks, but an entire mountain was carved to create this temple. This is the only temple in the whole world where a mountain was cut out from the top to create a structure. In all other temples,
it blows my fucking mind how they managed to do that.
And caves, even in Ellora and rest of the world, the rock was cut from the front and carved as they went along.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The whole world has followed a rock cutting technique called cut-in monolith, while Kailasa Temple is the only one that has used the exact opposite technique called cut-out monolith. To see why this rock cutting technique is so different, let's take a look at this pillar that's over 100 feet tall.
Okay,
Notice how
100
small
feet?
human beings look when compared to this pillar.
Wow, yeah.
Normally, to create such a huge pillar, it would take years of work carving accurately on a huge rock. But this pillar was carved by scooping out all the pieces of mountain around it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So they basically built it from up to down, and it's too fucking insane to be true, because it blows my mind. They must have put so much work into this. So many people must have worked on this at the same time. They deserve some real respect for pulling this off in such a good manner, so good way. Either way, I don't want to watch too much of that video. I will leave that video in the description below. You can definitely go ahead and check it out. So please go ahead and leave a like on this video. Leave a comment down below. I hope you found some of these interesting as I did. I want to hear your opinion about this. Please go ahead and share this video on social media. And basically tell everyone what you feel about this. Because I want to know what you feel about this. Like, I don't know. Some of these are just insane. Like that Vault B. The serpent door. What do you feel about that? Do you think you die if you enter it? Do you think that's just a myth? Do you think there's no money in there? Do you think there's like riches beyond wildest dreams in there? All of that I want to hear. It's interesting. I love it. I really appreciate it if you watched this far. If you're still watching, you should subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And if you're subscribed and watching this far, I respect you. You're awesome. And thank you so much for watching.